Do you know why the new edition of Heresy is dead on arrival?
Oh, God.
You can't whip your siblings with these. Work a chap! Oh.
Wow, so Kieran just attacked me with templates from the New Heresy box set. Welcome back, it's Kieran and Kieran from The Kieran Show, because those are our names. And this is the name of the channel. Are you well? Oh, no, you're clearly, you've had too much sugar. But yeah, today we're doing another Army Cost video with a slight twist. Give them the old... No, I'm not going to do that reference. Yeah, this is a totally different game. Totally different game. It's not what game anymore.
Yeah, but this is how to get in, like how much does it cost to get into Horus Heresy?
Yes. How much does a Horus Heresy army cost?
Try saying that 10 times faster.
No, because I think I'll come out like you do, just swigging templates around like an imbecile. But yeah, this is a very, very, very hard video to do because in Heresy you can make your own legion the way you want to. It's very hard to do a one-size-fits-all approach, but with this process, I think I've done it.
No, because I know what legion you picked, and you picked wrong.
Well, I'll go into all of that in a moment, but yeah.
I don't play Heresy, even though it's a game full of Space Marines. It's got no Blade Guard in though.
But yeah, you can do... It's funny, isn't it? Because you are such a Space Marine simp, and even when we were doing the challenge in the previous weekend's video, you were still just like, I don't get it. It's honestly unbelievable, because you get some really cool units in this game. And like, admittedly, a lot of them are they're all just or whatever, but
they're all just the Mastodon.
Well, that's not a specialist unit, as in dedicated to a specific legion.
I don't care. Give me 3 of them.
3 Mastodons, yeah, that'll work. Well, we'll touch on that later.
What's really interesting is I've never been really sold on the Mastodon. I've only ever seen it in the flesh at Warhammer World when it's in the cabinet. But in the Age of Darkness rulebook, there's a couple of shots with it with an army, and I'm like, right down into detail, like, I get it now.
Yeah, it is really cool, and
it's just, I think it's just the sheer size of it with Space Marines.
That makes sense. Sounds like your search history. The sheer size of it with Space Marines. This is going to be a very quick, I suppose, deep dive into what are the contents of the Saturnine box, which is what we can only describe as the brand new launch box with the Horus Heresy new edition.
Spoilers, I think the old one was better.
What, the Age of Darkness one?
Yeah.
Did you get that one?
No.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
Didn't Magpie that one?
No, I did. It was unreal.
You've gone through like, I think you went through 2 or 3 of them, didn't you?
No, I only did the one. Trust me, the nice thing is with the Heresy box sets is they are big enough that you can just use them.
Okay, well you've bought many bits from it then.
Oh, loads of bits from it. Yeah,
so you had like at least 3 of the transfer sheets.
Oh, for sure. The nice thing with with that box set is that on eBay there were loads of cheap bits afterwards, and we'll recommend doing that at some point later in the video.
Didn't it have a Spartan in it?
It did. A Spartan, Contemptor, 2 different Praetors, and I think it was again 40. I think it was 40 assault or 40 TAC Marines, or it might have been 30.
What's really funny is there'll have been an overlay with it all in. So
yeah, there was Cataphractii Terminators as well.
Did it have the Dorito Dreadnought, or was that the other?
No, that was the other box.
It wasn't a launch box. That was just like a battle. It was battle set.
That's it. It was like an Astartes battle group, something or other. But yeah, that came with the Dorito and the latest Land Raider, which is called
Proteus.
Proteus. There it is.
Learning today.
Learning. But yeah, we will go into the box set and all of the gubbins within inside, as well as everything that you can add on top. However, we would love for you to like and subscribe, because that would be absolutely perfect. We're undecided on if we're going to do more specialist games content on the show. Strictly speaking, it's been quite 40k focused, which seems to have been, for better or for worse.
When you have limited time, you have to focus on what does a bit better. I mean, we would love to cover
everything.
Well, no, because we're all magpies, but it's just
specialist games is in a really weird position at the moment where they are just firing on all cylinders. Like Old World's kicking off, Heresy's going into a brand new edition, and no doubt there are going to be loads of specialist kits that come out for that. That's going to be really cool. Anything like skirmish wise, like Necromunda and Warcry and all the rest of it, probs not. But yeah.
I'd love to be cool enough to play Necromunda. Like, I know a couple of people that play Necromunda. And I'm like, oh, you're cool. Like, they've actually managed to find like enough people that they can play Necromunda. That's what the impression I got with Necromunda is that loads of people want to play it, but they can't find people to play it with.
It seems just like the narrative skirmish game, doesn't it? It's like the main draw between like a D&D sci-fi setting and, I don't know, Warhammer, which is cool.
Just want more minis.
More minis all the time, please, which I think is someone's tagline.
So should we do the cost first, and then
Yes.
we'll have a conversation about where to go from that in terms of actually getting into Heresy and what you can expect after that?
I think that's probably a good idea. The way that I've written this probably dictates that as well, which is great. So
What legion did you pick, Kieran?
we'll get on to... It doesn't matter. Salamanders are the main poster boys for this edition, from what I can deduce anyway. I'm not super keen on Salamanders. I'm not really bothered about it, but because, as I mentioned previously, it's very hard to do Legion-specific or a Legion agnostic. Is that right? Yeah, so a very one-size-fits-all list.
Well, because essentially there's 18 different armies, isn't there?
There is, or there are, pardon me. So with Saturnine, because with Saturnine, with the box set, Salamanders are the poster boys. They're going to be using most of the Melter stuff anyway, and they do in the lore. So I was just like, it was either going to be them or Blood Angels, and I went for Salamanders because I don't really.
Blood Angels would have been cooler.
Again,
How do you feel
totally disagree.
having to suck up to Vulcan after what he did to your boy in the Horus Heresy?
I don't want to talk about it. I'll
In the
cry.
Fury of
I
Magnus.
don't want to talk about it. I'll cry. It's interesting. I'm coming around to Salamanders. I'm quite excited for them in 40k, and I like their colour schemes and stuff. I just don't like Vulcan.
Yeah,
he's got this
just
weird
not-
Superman-esque vibe
can't
to him.
die.
I just don't care. I'm just like, that's so
It's
dumb.
because of what he did to Magnus. That's your whole beat.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. If I was making a Thousand Suns list, I'd be like, la 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 la. Just, springing through the sand dunes of Prospero.
If you're wondering what we're on about, go and read the Fury of Magnus.
Yes. And then you'll probably like it, because everybody I've spoken to has said that Magnus was wrong, and I'm wrong, but I think you're wrong there. So
Anyway, what's in this Salamander's army set? Is it a combat patrol? Do we get to start there?
That's it. No, it's not. It's the Saturnine box. So this is the brand new launch from Games Workshop. Again, thank you so much to those guys for sending us the Saturnine box. It also came with this Age of Darkness rulebook.
It's a weighty term. I tell you what.
It is.
If you needed to kill a fly.
A fly? You'd probably kill a person with that thing. It's enormous. But yeah.
Tis a tome of knowledge, I'll give you that.
So starting strong is the Saturnine Praetor. So this is going to be your head honcho for your army. Because of the force organisation charts, which we'll probably do a quick overlay of the screen now from the book, it's a very interesting way that you can run an army. So you can have your high command, which would be your Saturnine Praetor, and then your command unit, which would be your Centurion, and then you get access to obviously troops, transport, support, all the rest of it, elites. And effectively the way that it works now, which is slightly different to the last edition, is you've got the HQ or the leader tax, let's say. So I've gone into that in a little bit more detail a little bit later, but everything from the box you're solid with. So you've got the Saturnine Praetor for 200 points.
Oh, it's like 8th edition 40k. Like you couldn't take Gilliman unless your Force Org thing worked. Yeah.
Yeah, effectively.
Yeah, then you had to spend, this is completely unrelated, but you had to spend CPs to take Lords of War and...
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. But yeah, with this it's just command tax. So you have to spend a little bit more on characters to get all the stuff you want.
Well, I like the characters.
Exactly, I quite like it. It's quite cool. And if
Does a Primarch count?
We'll get into that in a little bit. So the Saturnine Praetor is going to set you back 200 points. So a nice strong start.
It's a big mini.
He is a big mini. He's a big mini indeed. Next up, keeping with the Saturnine theme, we've got 2 units of 3 Terminators. So these are all base cost, for the entire range in this list. There's enough of a fluctuation towards the end where you can go up or down, or up certainly, with adding certain weapons or whatever. But with 6 Saturnine Terminators at base cost will cost you 400 points. So currently, we're 600 points in already. Unbelievable.
How much is the box set?
£195.
That's just an army in a box, isn't it?
We'll get on to that. So next up is the Saturnine Dreadnought, and this is a chunky gal. So the Saturnine Dreadnought sets you back 340 points.
That's not a lot.
It's not a lot, we'll get on to that. So Legionaries are next. Your attack Marines are going to be the backbone of most of the armies that you're running.
70?
Well, there's 40 in the box. So you can obviously give them melters as per the sprues that you get in the box. It would make it quite salamanders heavy, which is great. So
which ones are the melters? Oh, the Crankit Fallout guns.
The Crankit Fallout guns, there you go. So yeah, 40 Legionaries or TAC Marines will set you back 400 points. That's 100 points for 10. And then next up, we've got the Arachne Quad Accelerator Platform. This is 125 points.
It's massive!
It is. It's also filling a support slot. I don't think you'll be able to move it. That's probably just the way it's
I tried to move it when I was painting it, and that was a nightmare.
And he's coming. But yeah, then lastly, to finish up the box is a Centurion, which will set you back 80 points.
What's the... Oh, is that just a Praetor?
Nope. Praetors and Centurions are very different. So
is there a Centurion in the box?
It's what you painted up.
I thought I painted a Praetor.
Nope, you painted a Centurion. Here's to learning. So yeah, hypothetically speaking, this is an entire army in a box, which is great. Except it's not, because in Heresy you run points anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 point games. You can't run Primarchs unless you're running a 3,000 point game, which I really like, and I really wish they'd do that with 40k, but...
Is it 3,000 points including the Primarch, or 3,000 points then a Primarch?
So a 3,000 point game, as in a 3,000 point plus game, you can include Primarchs. So for example, if you're playing at 3,000 points, you can put a Primarch in there.
Cool.
And we'll touch on that in a bit. So all in all, you get Saturnine Praetor, 6 Saturnine Terminators, a Saturnine Dreadnought, 40 Legionaries or TAC Marines, an Arachne Quad Accelerator Platform, and a Centurion. That's about 1,500 points.
Oh, so it's infinitely better than a Combat Patrol.
I mean, it's infinitely better than a Combat Patrol.
It's the cost of 2 Combat Patrols.
2 Combat Patrols, you get 1,500 points. What a game.
That's like Custodes level.
It really is. This is where we're going to go right down. We're now going to talk about what we can add in addition.
Primarchs?
We'll
Titans?
There. Hold on, baby.
Where's the
Hold on, baby boy. We'll get there.
Where's the Warlord Titan?
Oh, yeah, well, that's not in here. Absolutely not in here. So next up, we're going to need some transports. I initially had this list at 3 Rhinos, but I've only taken 2. I'll touch on that at the end. But the 2 Rhinos will set you back £65 and 60 points.
30 points for a transport.
So if you limited the Rhinos to explicitly TAC Marines, I think they go down to 40 points. Yeah, crazy work. But Rhinos are pretty essential. They're absolutely useless in the game, and they just transfer your units. That's sort of it. And they always blow up. They're always gone. But they're I mean, they're essential. And also the Deimos Pattern Rhino is great. 10 out of 10. So yeah, buy loads if you want. Buy loads. But
It's
in
like
this
a
case,
4 out of 10.
Huh? 4 out of 10?
Yeah, I'm not sold on the Deimos.
You're a crazy man. You're crazy. Next up, we're really pimping this up.
Warhound?
It's a Spartan. A Spartan Land Raider. So the Spartan tank will set you back 400 points.
Pause.
Pow!
Pause. How did we go from a world where Rhinos were 40 points
Yes.
to a 400 point tank?
Because if you put a flare shield on a Spartan, it's nigh on impossible to kill. I think Spartans are great, absolutely wicked, and it really is quite something when you see an entire legion of Space Marines on the field, and you've got this massive great tank, and then obviously your Saturnine Dreadnought, a massive great Dreadnought, 2 Rhinos, 40 Marines, 6 Terminators, a Praetor.
Stop it.
Oh, it's cool, man. It's cool. So yeah.
Feel us getting into Heresy.
Oh, baby. Well, comments down below.
I'm just a small aside, I'm really curious to see how big the new Fellblade is. Because isn't that already in resin bigger than a Spartan?
I think it might be.
I think it's massive.
Comments down below. The unit that I'm going to mention no, I'll do it in a second. Whatever. So the Spartan will set you back 400 points. It's also £74. So it's an expensive kit.
I got one from Emperor's Children in 40k.
There you go. It's a really, really sweet kit though. And for 400 points, man math, it's kind of worth it. Next up,
that's how it works.
Next up, in keeping, exactly the same points cost, exactly the same price.
Mastodon?
Definitely not. It's the Typhon Heavy Siege Tank. Do you like cannons? Here's a massive one. It's the Typhon Heavy Siege Tank at 400 points and £74.
Which one's this? Is this the one with this giant gun in the middle?
Oh yeah, fat gun. PH fat. How are you feeling so far?
I'm waiting for the cool bits.
You're waiting for the cool bits. You're not enamored just yet.
The thing that pulls me for Heresy is playing with Titans, playing with Mastodons, playing with the big things.
Everything that seems to be in resin.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible. Hopefully the resin will die this edition, that's for sure. Next up, we've got a lot of things in here, and as I mentioned with the Force org chart beforehand, it's looking a little bit illegal. So we're going to need some more characters, so I've added another Centurion. So in this instance, excuse me, I've added the Centurion from the new Saturnine box set. So currently, the Praetors from the old set cost you £20 and 50p, so I've gone with that sort of pricing. The model is slightly smaller, although the detail you could argue is slightly better, but because of its base size, I think £20.50 is probably a good bet of what it's going to be. So another Centurion will set you back 80 points, and again, we're back to looking pretty good.
So you've got enough things to tell your things what to do?
I think so. Comment down below if I have got that horribly wrong. But last but not least, I'm going to add a Primarch. This Primarch...
Is it one of the good ones?
This Primarch I hate. I don't hate him, that's fine. But I have added Vulcan. So this is the only resin kit that's currently within this army build. But with the Typhon Heavy Siege Tank, the Spartan, and now Vulcan, that will pimp up by about 1,300 points.
In like 4 models?
3 models. That's
Three
not
models.
how numbers work. That's not how numbers work. But yeah, so Vulcan himself is 465 points because he's a Primarch. He's also £83, so slightly more expensive than the Spartan and the Typhon tank. But a Primarch nonetheless.
Not all the Primarchs are the same cost, though, are they?
They're not.
So let's touch on that now before we get to the end.
Yeah, sure.
So because you were telling me that like it's nigh impossible to take Magnus in a game.
So it wasn't nigh impossible. It was because Magnus, the way that because they didn't have full Force org charts in 2.0. So I think you had to have taken a certain points game in order to take Magnus because he makes up more than 20% of your... how did it work? Man math ain't working right now. But yeah, effectively, because Magnus was over 500 points, you couldn't take him in a 2,500 point game. You had to take him in a 3,000 point game,
right, okay.
if I remember that rightly.
But they're not all the same cost in money either, are they?
They're not. And also with over the last year, for example, we've now got things like Horus Ascended and we've got Fulgrim Ascended, which is super exciting and very, very cool. They've obviously all got brand new data sheets and brand new points costings, which is wicked. But again, so long as it adheres to your Force org chart, you can take them. So in my opinion, it works slightly better. But again, going back to what we mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can only take Primarchs in a 3,000 point plus game. So bear that in mind.
Are they easily killable?
They didn't used to be, but you can also put them in squads. So that's how how 10th edition is doing it now with characters. Heresy did it first.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, very interesting indeed. So we've got a Saturnine box, which includes a Saturnine Praetor, 6 Saturnine Terminators, a Saturnine Dreadnought, 40 TAC Marines, an Arachne Quad Accelerator Platform, 2 Centurions, 2 Rhinos, a Spartan, a Typhon Heavy Siege Tank, and a Primarch. That comes to 2,970 points. So enough points in there to give things upgrades or sort of change about however you want them to. Or alternatively, if you're playing a 2,500 point game, remove Vulcan. So super easy for you.
Nice.
Indeed.
Just flat out remove Vulcan in general.
Maybe just remove him. But yeah, I've also added a Liber Astartes book because these are obviously super important when you play Heresy.
Is this the Codex thing?
This is the Codex thing. It's got the rules for 9 of your Liber Astartes.
So it's 9 codexes in one?
Effectively, yeah. It's very good. It's very, very handy. And because it's a specialist game, they don't update it all the time. But yeah, it's super handy.
So it's not invalid on day one?
So 9 codexes unfortunately cost you £44.
That's not too bad.
But if you consider how much a codex is in 40k and it's invalidated in day one.
On the flip side of that coin, you're buying that book to only run one of them.
Sure, but you could also run 8 other loyalist or traitor legions.
You have to buy isn't there a Liber Hereticus?
There is a Liber Hereticus, yes.
Is that also £44?
That is also £44.
And
there's also a Mechanicum. There's a there's one.
Custodes one as well, isn't there?
I don't know if there's a Custodes one. I think it's on the way. There's like a Legends PDF thing on the way first because I think they're having like a refresh. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff in there. So a 3,000 point army and a Liber Astartes book. Guess how much that costs?
Okay, I want to say 695.
695. So slightly more expensive than every other 40k list.
Yeah, but it's 3,000 points.
Yeah.
How much?
Including a book that costs £44.
Where's the data card?
There isn't any. including a Primarch that costs £83, including 2 tanks that cost £74 each. The total of this army and the book is £550.50.
Get out of town.
£555.50, pardon me, yeah. That's it. Sub £600.
It's the same price as the average 2,000 point 40k army.
Yeah, which is bonkers. But again,
It's as if there's a system that works for all of their game systems.
it just might be. But the thing is, I must bear in mind that it's got a whole Saturnine box in there, which is making up 1,500 points of your army. It's also got 3 enormous units by points and by pounds difference. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, in dollar reduce, it will set you back $889.
That's not dollar reduce. Dollar reduce is down under.
Oh yeah,
It's American dollars.
Sorry, pardon me. Hamburger tokens is $889. If you live in Disneyland Paris, it will set you back €704. And if you live dollar reduce in the Wombat Hellscape, it's $1,461.50. What's your immediate takeaway since hearing that?
Oh, it's like DT. You haven't got a Mastodon.
It's such a strange one. It was very, very hard to make a list that would fit as many. It feels like it's a really nice entryway or a gateway, let's say, for a brand new Heresy player, because it's got minimal kits, minimal boxes to keep it as low a cost as possible.
You say minimal kits and minimal boxes, that Saturnine box is a weighty box.
But it's 3,000 points. 3,000 points. In my honest opinion, I think that the Heresy price point, just by looking at the way the Force org chart works and watching a couple of bat reps, especially from the guys at SM Battle Reports, that's like my go-to Heresy channel anyway. They're playing at like 2,500 points cost for this brand new edition. I'd recommend going over and seeing some of their stuff. But it's very fun, it's very engaging. It's probably not a better time to jump into Heresy. It's very beginner friendly.
I was going to say, I think definitely it looks like it's easy to get into it now.
It's certainly a lot easier for sure. I think the one thing that I would warn anybody about with Heresy is that if you wanted to make like a very faction specific Legion. So for example, if you wanted to take White Scars and you wanted loads of jet bikes and you wanted the Khan and you wanted to like really spice it up and you wanted to have all of like the fast attack all the time or the land speeders or whatever, you're buying a lot of resin, you're buying a lot of kit bashing bits, but it will set you back a lot with resin tax, which is a bit of a killer. That's the one setback with any specialist games, to be honest. I think time will tell. I'm expecting, because we've got all of the tanks in the previous edition, we're going to see a lot of brand new things for 3, which is really cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's much heavy stuff left to do. I know we've got the Fellblade on the way, but are they going to go beyond that? Because, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, I think, isn't the Fellblade the bigger tank? Short of like the Mastodon and...
Well, you've got, so I think Kratos is now, it's gone down a tier, so it's not quite heavy, as heavy as it was. I think it's only like 300 points, 290, 300 points.
Is that
now.
in plastic as well?
That's in plastic, yeah. Kratos was at launch of the previous edition, so I think the Fellblade is the biggest tank, plastic, in Heresy currently, but you never know. We might see all sorts going into this edition. I'm expecting, because we've just seen things like Breachers and all the rest of it that will be launching, I'm expecting lots of other troop and elites choice specifically as well.
That was what I saw a lot of chatter about during 2nd edition, was that where's all the troop choices?
Yeah, I'm expecting this is going to be... I think Heresy and 40k are doing this switch. So 40k was just like troops all the time, and then Heresy was doing all the vehicles.
Don't use my own logic against me.
I mean, I'm going to. And then with the 40k players, we're buying all the Heresy tanks, and now we're going to do a switch. So yeah, we'll see loads of vehicles and stuff in 40k.
I'm the Half-Blood Prince, edition. Not you.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry, Harry.
Snape,
but yeah. What? Snape?
Snape's the Half-Blood Prince.
I don't care. You are Harry, you're not Snape. I
feel I'm more like Ron at times.
But, yeah,
or Neville.
No, maybe. Well, I don't know. Neville. Why are we talking about Harry Potter? But yeah, so let us know down below what you think of, firstly, the list. Is it well-rounded enough? Any Heresy buffs that have sort of been dragged in from the algorithm? Firstly, welcome, like and subscribe. But secondly, put all your hate comments down below, because we'd love to hear them, and we'd love to see them. But yeah, super, super helpful. I suppose,
are there any other points on getting into, or how much it costs to get into Heresy? Are there any...
Expect this to be your project for a long, long, long time.
You've got to buy red whippy sticks because you don't get them anymore.
These won't do. Yeah, do you like templates? Yeah, I think with Heresy, like, it's a very, very large passion project. 3,000 points is not going to take you an afternoon. It's going to take a very, very long time for you to do.
You can do Saturnine in 24 hours.
Oh yeah, if you're dumb like us. Yeah, I don't know. This is not a game that you just jump into and if you don't like, you just leave. Like, you have to be dedicated for a long time in order to play.
Well, yeah, you have to put up with resin.
But even if you don't, even with the plastic kits that are widely available, I still think like you're going to be starting at maybe like 1,500, 2,000 points. I'd even argue 1,500 isn't enough.
It's like 3 models, isn't it, by the sounds of it?
Well, it's the box set. It's a Saturnine box set. But yeah, it's an interesting one for sure. But it's certainly a really exciting time to jump into Heresy. I'd argue that 40k is checkers and Heresy is chess. But yeah, I really like it a lot. And I'm excited to see where this new edition goes.
Are you going to be playing the new edition?
I'll be honest, the only reason I've been painting my Thousand Suns in Heresy colours is so that I can play them in both games.
Cheater.
Cheater, there it is. But yeah, anything else from you?
No, I mean, if I was to do Heresy, it'd obviously be fists.
I mean,
Like that in the book, the Mastodon looks really good in yellow. I mean, I've mentioned the Mastodon at least 953 times. But
yeah, it's true. You like
all
the
of-
Mastodon?
Maybe. All of the big things look really good in yellow.
Yeah, it is cool. And what's nice as well is that you've already got a Arachne sport platform, a Centurion, and 30 Legionaries. So we're on the way. That's good. But yeah, if you'd like to buy the Saturnine box set for yourself, the Liber Astartes, or any of the other gubbins that have been mentioned in today's video, click the link down below and follow the support links down there. That would be really cool.
I was pointing with the not whippy. It's a pointing stick now, not
It
whippy.
just they look like weapons in your hands. I don't know how else to say. I guess especially when you do that.
They don't make the noise.
Oh, man, that made it. It's weird. Ultimately, it's weird. But yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you to the massive list of Kieran's.
Our Legion.
Our tactical Marines. There they are. Yeah, we love you immensely. You guys are the best. Your support means everything to us. And we are your Primarchs.
Me more than you.
Yeah, maybe I'm the Centurion. But yeah, anything else to mention?
No?
Peace and love, bye.
Bye.